Hey y'all, welcome back to the cookie jar. Today we're working on the 9th recipe from the Cherry Cheesecake Murder. It is called the Chocolate Truffles. This one. I think it's just one. Yeah. Okay. So these are going to end up looking an awful lot like the Aunt Kitty's Jamaican rum balls that we did in this last book, the Peach Cobbler Murder. And I essentially thought they were basically the same thing, but the Jamaican rum balls are based on vanilla wafers and nuts. And these ones are basically stabilized by egg whites and chocolate and sugar. And they'll both end up looking about the same because it's gonna be chocolate balls coated in, I think the other ones were coated in nuts, cocoa, and sprinkles, cocoa, and powdered sugar is what the rum balls were coated in. These ones are coated in peanuts and powdered sugar and chocolate sprinkles and cocoa powder and finely shredded coconut. So these do actually get baked, whereas the rum balls, I don't think they were baked at all. I think everything was just mixed together and blended up and then balled out. These ones, however, get heated up in a double boiler and then refrigerated for 3 hours. Then you go back and roll them in the balls and the toppings. So what you're gonna need for the chocolate truffles is 6 tablespoons chilled butter, 3/4 of a stick, 3 ounces. A 12-ounce package semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 cups iced Gradellis, half a cup firmly packed powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar, 6 egg yolks, 1 tablespoon rum, brandy, flavored brandy, or vanilla extract. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna heat up the butter in the double boiler and then add in the chocolate chips, powdered sugar. And then apparently you put that on top of the water part of the double boiler and then you put a lid on it, which I have never melted chocolate in a double boiler by putting a lid on it. So I'm kind of hesitant about that part. Then you're gonna whisk up the egg yolks in a small bowl. Stop before they get light, before they get fluffy or lighter in color. So essentially, I think you're just trying to blend the egg yolks together, but you don't actually want to do anything with them. That's what it sounds like. But once you're done with that, you're gonna stir the chocolate until it's completely melted. It will be thick, almost like fudge. And then it says, remove the top half of the double boiler. Stir several spoonfuls of beaten egg yolk into the chocolate mixture. When that's incorporated, stir in several more spoonfuls. Keep adding egg yolk in small amounts, stirring constantly until all the egg yolks have been incorporated and the chocolate mixture is smooth and glossy. Stir in rum, brandy, or vanilla, put the lid back on the top of the double boiler, and refrigerate the chocolate mixture for 3 hours. And then it has to decorate truffles, finely chopped nuts, powdered confectioner's sugar, chocolate sprinkles, shaved chocolate, cocoa powder, and finely shredded coconut. It says this step is fairly messy. If you like, wear disposable plastic food server gloves. You can also lightly grease your hands or spray them with Pam or other non-stick cooking sprays so the chocolate won't stick to your fingers. Form small balls of chilled chocolate with your hands and roll them in bowls of the above ingredients. You can mix and match or give all of your truffles the same coating. Place the truffles in ruffled bonbon papers and store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator. These are incredibly delicious candies. They're super easy to make, but let's keep that a secret. It can't hurt to let people assume that you went to a lot of trouble just for them. Yield 4 to 5 dozen depending on truffle size. So everything is laid out in the kitchen. Let's get in there and get started. Here is everything we are going to need for today. For the moment, I have water heating to a low boil here. We're going to cut this into tablespoons and get it in the top part. So while we're waiting for that to boil and that to hang out, I am just going to real quick hit these with the whiskey whisk because as far as I can tell, all it wants is for these to be cohesive and not in 6 separate parts. So I'm not giving this too much time. It doesn't even want it to change color, so that's all I'm doing. I'm just making it smooth. That's it. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the stove, just so y'all can see what's going on in the pot. Cut the butter in chunks and place them in the top half of the row. Add the chips and the powdered sugar. So the next thing we're adding is the 12 ounces of semi-sweet chips. And yes, it's the minis, but they should still work. It's still 12 ounces. And the half a cup of powdered sugar also goes in. Well, if you can get it out of the bowl. Okay. Okay, so here is our mixture. It is like fudge. So it says to add the egg yolks spoonfuls at a time into this, which it is thick. It is definitely like fudge. So you got one, you got two. Let's see if we can't get this in here. It is starting to smooth out a little bit. And it is getting glossy, so. It also seems gritty. I don't know if I like that. But we still have some more of this to go. It's definitely smooth, it's definitely glossy. So the last thing we have to add in is your, whatever you're using to flavor it, the rum, the brandy, the vanilla. So a tablespoon of rum. That's the first thing it listed on the book. It's not adding in as easy as the eggs. That's weird. And what do you know? You add that in and the grittiness goes away. That was kind of cool. All right, so it says to recover this and put it back in the fridge for 3 hours. So it has been 3 hours. We have our chocolate truffle mix. It recommends gloves or oiling your hands. I don't like things sticking to my hands, so we are going to try gloves as a first measure. Second would be spraying said gloves with Pam, and so on and so forth. I'm going to try to scoop them out so they are all even. Then we are rolling them in the toppings. This is finely done coconut, Nesquik cocoa powder, powdered sugar, sprinkles, and ground up peanuts. So I have no idea how this is going to come out. This does not look like it would give me 4 dozen of these, but I guess we will find out. Okay, for starters, this, I don't know how well of an idea this is going to work. Wait, I don't know. That's kind of big. I don't like this. This isn't going to work. All right, that's too big for a small candy. Half a tablespoon. That looks better. I do have some shaved chocolate. And I guess just to make it an even 6, and because the book lists 6, I'm going to try to use it. Just because, I don't know. An even 6. All right, that was the last one. They are all rolled and topped. I got 76. It's about 13 of most and 12 of a couple. There are 6 different kinds. There's the peanut. That's a Reese's. That is a Reese's with a hint of rum. There's the coconut. Oh, there's a mound. There's the Nesquik. Boozy chocolate milk. There's the chocolate shake. There's like a Hershey's bar. The powdered sugar. A milk chocolate Hershey's bar. And the sprinkle. Very crunchy. Candy. Sprinkle's not my favorite. I like the peanut, but it's definitely not my favorite. I think the coconut and the powdered sugar, not the powdered sugar, the Nesquik are my favorite. But they're basically, if you like boozy candy, here you go. In terms of which I liked better, the rum balls or the chocolate truffles, because they're so similar, but yet they're so different. I think that the rum balls were a lot faster, and I think they have a sweeter texture with the cookies in them. These are a lot softer, but I did just make them. Once I put them in the fridge, I'm sure they'll harden up. Overall, I don't know, I think I like these ones better because they have different flavors to them, because each one is more affected by the coating than anything else. But we are, next in the book is technically the cream cheese puffs. We aren't doing those because that's basically just a cream cheese spread you're making put on top of crackers. Next week, we are doing the double flake cookies, which is a mashed potato and a coconut. Intriguingly, sounds disgusting, but the mystery cookies sounded disgusting with the tomato soup, and those turned out great. So we will see if they are a delicious thing or something that should not have been combined. I hope you lovelies have a good one. Bye, guys.